order. Special committee meeting Wednesday, August 25th, 2021. Mr. Horgan, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Well, not this special meeting, so no students aren't back anyway. Right, okay. School committee chair report, I have nothing to report at this time. Resource committee.
Resource and buildings have meetings scheduled. No reports at this time.
Okay. School building needs, that's also
Yeah.
you, right?
Yeah.
Nothing on that as well. Thank you. Any questions, comments, concerns? Seeing none. Policy committee.
Yes, we met previously, we met very recently just to bring this current policy to you here today, the face coverings policy 5707. And that's it.
Questions, comments, concerns? Seeing none. Student support.
Nothing at this time.
Thank you. Any questions? Seeing none. School Personnel Committee. That's me. Nothing to report. Executive Committee, nothing as well. And of course, no student reps. Approval of the minutes from the previous school committee, special school committee meeting. The
Make a
minutes
motion
from
to
August
approve.
10th.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to approve. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? None in opposition. It is unanimous. Thank you. Communications.
Yep.
Yes.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor.
Sure.
Greetings from Jack, our student representative. I saw him at Rheingold, where he, with many other Fitchburg High School students, was volunteering with these teachers at Rheingold for the Welcome Back celebration, so that was exciting. For viewers who may wonder, Mr. Bino, also known as Spencer Cat, is in the stroller behind me. I did not have a third child. My communication is we need actors for Stratton players, letters from the front. I'm just going to take this down so I'm clearer. Fitchburg and the War of the Rebellion to be performed Saturday and Sunday. So Thursday, August 26th, 6:30, come to Sima Park. We can use men, women, teens, older children. This is an original show about the incredible Battle of Ball's Bluff, which Fitchburg soldiers fought in the 15th Regiment in 1861 October. So this is the 160th anniversary. It is a heartbreaking story of the incredible resources and planning that went into the Fitchburg men going down and then basically being slaughtered. But it's very uplifting. We have music by Noel Plouffe, and we'll be performing October 2nd and 3rd at Forest Hill Cemetery. Thank you to the Historical Society and the Cultural Council and the Cemetery Commission.
Repeat that date again.
Sure. The tryouts will be Thursday, August 26th, 6:30 at Sima Park, and the performances are Saturday and Sunday, October 2nd and 3rd.
Right. Any questions, comments, concerns? Seeing none, is there anyone here wishing to make public comment? Is anyone calling in, Bob, or anything like that? Nothing.
We have
Okay.
had no requests
All right.
from FATV or FPS questions.
All right, great, thank you. Superintendent's report.
Tonight, really, I have no new additional information other than that the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, the board voted yesterday to recommend statewide mask wearing across the state. The guidance was just released this afternoon about 3:30. I've just emailed that information to the school committee, and cabinet and the principals will be having a meeting Friday morning to review the implications of the latest guidance and how we can interpret it and implement it.
My understanding is this is really where so to speak, retuning what already exists for a policy.
So tonight, two separate things. The policy tonight that Aiden Horgan, who's the policy subcommittee chair, will be talking about, there's some minor adjustments to the policy that was approved by the school committee in November of 2020. Principally, I think in the body of the language, which was, the basis was the Mass Association of School Committee policy last year. We changed some of the language just given what we've experienced, the latest Board of Health order from Fitchburg, and in consideration of what was coming down from the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, and also the reference documents that were in the original policy have been updated by likes of the Mass Department of Public Health and CDC and others. So those are the two substantive changes that the policy subcommittee met and reviewed last week and amended. And so it's up for approval tonight, and I'll let Mr. Horgan add any additional comments that I may have missed.
Perhaps when we get to it, we can go over it, but nothing really to add at this time.
Take the mask off.
Yeah, nothing to add at this time. We can go over it in full once the vote comes up,
All
if
right,
that's your
good.
preference, Mr. Mayor.
Good, thank you.
Yes.
Let me just say that we will continue to monitor the numbers as they come in. And I know that we're looking at an October 1 date to reassess what's going on with the mask situation. But I think we should, and I will keep an eye on it from this point forward, along with the superintendent as well, because I think it's a difficult decision to have to go back to masks for the young folks. But I'll leave it at that. Thank you. Okay, Bob, go ahead.
Okay, so really just in context of that, there is publicly available information from the Mass Department of Public Health. I was reviewing today, and the vaccination rate for our 12 to 15 age population in the city of Fitchburg has increased over the last few weeks from 49% to 57%, and the 16 to 19 from 44 to 47%. So students are increasingly getting vaccinated, and on a numbers basis, for the 16 to 19 age group, it was 80, and for the 12 to 15 age group, the increase was 89 over the last 2 weeks.
Good.
So really,
Go ahead.
so really the only other item that I have on tonight's agenda is we just have a donation for the school committee to accept and a grant to approve. One is the donation of bags of school supplies with an estimated dollar value of $2,500 from employees of AXIS. So that's on the agenda for approval tonight. And also, we have a recommendation to approve the grant. Actually, the grant recommendation did not make it on the agenda. Do you have the latest? Was it an updated agenda? Okay. So then there is a capital skills grant for Fitchburg High School for $71,672, which will assist Fitchburg High procure equipment in their advanced manufacturing program. So that's great news for Fitchburg High, and it's another opportunity for our students.
Questions? Seeing none? What do you want to do, Bob? Move to the vote on these?
Yeah, unless Mr. Horgan if there's anything else to comment on that hasn't been discussed,
Okay.
we're ready to, I would say.
Again, the important piece, obviously, this is a revised face cover. So it's a policy that exists. It's just we are basically re-energizing it, you might say. So nothing's really changed. Okay.
I do,
Yes.
are we going to bundle these three action items, or are we going to discuss the policy, the policy on face masks and the
Well,
vote
we
on
could
that?
bundle, I mean, if you want, we can pull out 21-92. You want to do that?
The reason I ask is I had a question regarding the commissioner's mandate, where it talks about, as of October 1st, if a school shows 80% of the staff and students have been vaccinated, then masks are no longer required by people who have been vaccinated.
Right,
Unvaccinated staff and students will still have to wear masks.
correct.
Is there a way for us to know who's been vaccinated in our schools to come determine 80%?
Yeah, as of this time, we don't have a mechanism for that. That's something that we'll be looking at again with the communication that was just released an hour ago. I haven't had a chance to review it. The 80% target really applies to Fitchburg High School and Goodrich Academy. looking at total school population, because our middle schools have grades 5 through 8. So because the vaccine isn't approved for students 12 and under yet, it'll probably be impossible to hit that 80% vaccination in our middle schools, and clearly our elementary schools, our students are not eligible. So I would say we're really looking at the high school and Goodrich Academy for vaccination rates. And, you know, just coincidentally, as the schools host welcome back events, tonight there's one at Memorial, but tomorrow night there's one at Fitchburg High School, and the Community Health Center will be holding vaccination clinics for anyone who's interested in receiving the vaccine tonight and tomorrow night. So we're hoping to, whether it be students or anybody in the community, is welcome to come to those events to receive a vaccine.
So for the case for middle schools and the elementary schools, I believe what was stated at the Board of Health meeting when the order was made and seconded and passed, that the Board of Health would review numbers on a bi-weekly basis. So until the numbers go down, elementary and middle school, everybody in those schools would still have to wear masks.
Correct.
Okay.
In addition to that, Mr. Walsh, we're also continuing with the periodic safety checks, what used to be called pool testing.
Right,
They
okay.
came up with a better name for, I guess,
Good.
so everybody understands what's going on, but the nose swab testing. There's also new procedures with Biomax testing. In Fitchburg and across the state went with one provider of the nose swab testing, the safety check testing, so to speak. So parents will have to re-enroll and re-sign the parental authorizations because it is a different vendor.
Okay.
And tomorrow I plan to make an announcement with through FATV with the new steps that we'll be taking on that front.
And one last question. So at the high school athletic department, will still be doing the procedure they had in place during the past year as well, about students calling in, answering a couple questions, and whether or not they can go to practice or play in a game? Is that still taking place at the high school?
They, I think, are still planning on doing that. You know, the MIAA is deferring to local control for each district now.
Okay.
So that's what's happening. I spoke with Mr. Antossi, and he has been meeting with each of the teams, just informed them of the availability of the vaccine. So again, that's the best risk management strategy in terms of avoiding COVID and beating COVID. So we're trying to make sure that all our students, athletes and non-athletes, who want to receive the vaccine have that opportunity.
Okay. Thank you.
Any further questions? Does the committee wish to bundle 21-90 up through and including 21-92?
Make a motion to bundle.
Motion made to bundle,
Second?
seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? It is unanimous. Taking up 21-90 up through and including 21-92. Is the motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
approve the bundle.
Motion- The bundle, we've already approved the bundle.
approved the
Now we're
bundle.
going to take the vote.
Now we're taking the vote.
Okay. Motion made and seconded, I believe. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? It is unanimous. Thank you. No executive session at this time.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion made
Seconded.
and seconded to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you.